like to send you a video of describing why being in the MC, especially in Estonian MC, would be a great experience. And just for people who don't know, I was an Estonian MC doing MCP Finance 3 years ago. Then I was in Australia doing MCP Finance as well. And then I was MCP of Estonia last year. So I've written down a couple of things, what I think makes MC experience, especially in Estonia, really special. The Estonian MC. Estonia as a country is a really young, but again, mature country. So it's not starting up, but it's not really old country, so it's kind of in the middle. So it has a bit of maturity and a bit of background and everything, but there's still so much undiscovered potential. So being in an MC in Estonia, you have quite a lot of freedom to turn things around. Also, it's really easy to connect with our alumni because they're mainly all young alumni, but they're like 20 years, so they're kind of in the level where they have impact already in Estonia, but they're not too old for you to connect with them. Also, Estonia as a small country has its advantage of changing things fast, so you can actually see the effects of your own thoughts becoming reality, which is when I compare my experience in Estonia and Australia. In Australia, probably it will take 2 years to change things. In Estonia, you can do it within half a year. Also, the other thing why we're young countries is because we don't have a lot of traditions that would take away your creativity, so you can start a lot of new things without being looked by the alumni that why did you change things that we've been working for 60 years. Also, in Estonia, AIESEC influence is a lot bigger, or like you can see it's bigger than in a big countries, because in a small country, one organization can have a lot bigger influence to the people than in a big country. Also, AIESEC in Estonia is perceived as a really high organization, and it's perceived as actually an organization that develops young leaders. Also, the networks in Estonia, it's easier to network with people, and since it is a small country, it's easier to get up to the higher level of the company. It's easy to get meetings with the CEO, because that's how the country is alike. Talking about the MC experience, then being an MC member is a great personal development experience, because you're working in a team with people who support you, who give you feedback, so you get this personal growth really fast, and it gives you a lot of flexibility and to implement your ideas, gives you a lot of freedom to see whether your ideas work or not. So it's a great team experience. An MCP experience is kind of like an experience of a CEO. So if any of you ever think of running your own company, it would be kind of stupid to miss out this experience, because as an MCP, you're managing an organization, you're managing a team. Also, you are creating your network within a country, and your network amongst other 100 MCPs who are probably going to be on the higher level positions further down the road. So, all in all, MC experience is a great development experience. As for my MC experience, I feel like I can do whatever I want to do, because if I went through that, I can pretty much do everything I'm dreaming of. And the experience in Estonia is something that is unique. Small, it's really democratic country, it's really growing country. So my advice for you is to apply for